Hi, this is Vlad from Bitcoin Magazine, and today I will be unboxing the HTC Exodus 1S smartphone. I got this in the mail today, and I received it by virtue of Mr. Ryan Chen, who works for HTC, and has agreed to send this to me, and it will become the default smartphone that I use for Android testing. I haven't had an Android phone since 2013 or something, and it's important to have these applications that only have features available on Android. I will compare the phone with the iPhone XS, which I also own, and it's right here. And we're going to look at the design and some features. And this is exciting to get this smartphone, which was originally launched during the Lightning conference in Berlin. So we have to cut all of these parts, and it's coming out of the box. So let's see what's inside. A lot of wrapping. Took this out. I have a nice badge with the Exodus logo. This is the phone, which looks very nice. The packaging looks very clean and neat. And there are lots of stickers in here. Lots of HTC Exodus stickers. When I was a teenager, HTC was a premium smartphone brand, and it was on par with the iPhone and the Samsung, and they were very popular. If you were a rich kid and wanted to have something fancy, you would most likely choose between an iPhone and an HTC, because they even had a phone with a projector. And nowadays it seems like HTC is trying to focus on niches, as they don't have the same great market share that they used to have in 2010, 2011. And they're trying to focus on something which is exclusive and unique on the Android market. And this is the Exodus 1S. I'll open the box and see what's inside. As we can see right here, it has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 435 8-core processor and a 5.7-inch screen, 13 megapixel camera, 13 megapixel front camera, micro SD card, but these are just, basic features for a phone. You should be expecting to find this in a 2019 mobile phone. But what's really special about this is that it runs a full Bitcoin node if you connect an external SD card and take care to have enough space to run it. And if you check the Bitcoin Magazine website, I have covered the launch, and they have collaborated with Lawrence Nahum, who works for Blockstream and is the developer of Blockstream Green. And Lawrence is responsible for creating a pruned version of Android Bitcoin Core. So they have worked with him in order to bring an application which helps you download the entire blockchain. Now we're going to open the box, as it has been unsealed, and I can take out the plastic. Okay, so we have the phone here, which looks very nice. Looks slick and shiny. I really like the back. As far as I heard, it's 3D printed. It has here a fingerprint scanner, if you can see it. It has this very nice cypherpunky futuristic design. Let's make sure you see it. And it says right here, Exodus 1S. Let's see what else we find in the box. Comparatively, or compared to the iPhone, it's a bit larger, as you can see. It has a larger screen, but this is not the max version. This is just the basic one. And it doesn't have a notch, so it's more stable on your desk, which I guess is a nice feature because it's compact and has no such issues as slipping off the table like the iPhone does. Let's see what else we find in this box. Okay. We have a presentation leaflet which explains to you how you insert your SIM card and your SD card. We also have user manual. Actually, this is the warranty statement. This is the user manual. Both of them are available in the box. And also more stickers and labels, and I'll take a closer look at these to make sure that I'm not missing out on something. But this is a barcode, and this is a warranty card. Once again, I think there was another one. This is interesting. So you're supposed to write down your seed words on this one. It's just a basic sheet because I forgot to mention, so this runs a full Bitcoin node, but it also has an internal hardware wallet, which is very nice because it grants you the kind of security that you would expect when, for example, you connect a Trezor to the internet. It's on device, it's encrypted, it's a lot more secure than just running a basic mobile phone app. And what else? We have more stickers. So this is a USB, is it B or C? Yeah, it's a USB-C style cable for charging and also data transfers. And this is the AC adapter, the wall plug. They also offer some earphones that look very nice. I'm not sure if they're very high quality and if the audio is great on them, but I will get to test them and let you know. But for the price, this only costs about $250 or less. And the iPhone, as we know, is a premium device, which is much more expensive. So this one definitely stands out due to the design that it has on the back cover. I'm not sure if it takes great pictures, I'm not sure if it has great performance, but I will be using this as the de facto Android mobile phone on which I run all sorts of applications that I do not find on the iPhone. Because sometimes on Android, it's simpler for developers to put various features, whereas on Apple, it's much more difficult to bypass their App Store. For example, you don't find Tor integration for Blockstream Green as far as I know, whereas on the Android version of Blockstream Green, you find that. So I've started the phone. Let's see what it says. Nice HTC logo. I'm not quite sure which version of Android this is because I have been out of the loop for 5 or 6 years in terms of Android phones. Before having an iPhone, I actually had a BlackBerry because I like the concept of privacy, and I like the idea of having a phone which is based on that idea. But this one has greater financial privacy for your Bitcoins. As we can see, it takes a while to start up. Unfortunately, I don't have a 512 gigabytes SD card right now to be able to download the entire blockchain and run a full node on this one. So I'll have to go shopping for an SD card. But other than that, it's nice that there's the hardware wallet embedded, and it runs a very smooth version of Android. Let's see, I'll make this English. It says it's updating, but I haven't connected to any sort of internet connection. You hit let's go. It has terms of use. I'll try to look like this in the mirror so I understand what this is about. I hit next. Terms of use. I cannot read. It must connect to a Wi-Fi. You're not going to see this because I don't want you to know the name of my Wi-Fi or the password. I like the keyboard so far. It's very smooth. I mean, the screen is smooth and the way I type on the keyboard. It doesn't feel as premium as an iPhone because it's not made of aluminum and this is plastic, whereas this is glass. But the price point is very nice. So for $220 or how much this costs on the market, you get lots of features. Now, what I don't like about Androids, and the main reason why I decided to not buy another device in their ecosystem, is that you're stuck in the Google Panopticon. So you have to resort to their services. And the moment when you join and you start your phone, you're supposed to enter a Google account. So I will type in my Gmail, which I don't really use lately. I've switched to Proton Mail. And see what else is in store for this. Okay. I guess it's nice to have an Android device just for some applications, but at the same time I don't see the purpose of carrying two phones. I'm not sure if this is going to become my default workhorse and use it as a daily driver, but I have yet to test it. So I input my password, which once again you're not seeing because I don't want you to. Okay, so now I have to agree with the Google Terms of Service. Checking info. Getting account information. There are no backups, obviously, because I haven't used any. I can unlock with the fingerprint. So I can get a fingerprint plus pattern, fingerprint plus pin. I wish I could skip these steps so I can get directly to the part which is interesting about the app that helps you run a full node. Compared with the brightness of the screen, I think the iPhone is brighter. You can see much more clearly what's going on here as opposed to here. And even if I switch places, I mean, it's unfair because I should go to a white screen on the iPhone, but I think this LCD screen is more reflective than the iPhone. So I'm not sure if it's as good in the sunlight. Now I set it with fingerprint, yes. I set a pattern, which is going to be probably some kind of V. I can show you this. You don't have this type of pattern in iPhones, so it's always fun to unlock like this. I don't care much. Just get me to the fingerprint scanner. So I have to touch the sensor, which is here. Lift and touch. Okay. It's pretty much the same as in the case of the iPhone, as it was with, I think, up to the 8, because now it has Face ID. You have to touch multiple times. Lift the finger, touch. Come on. It says lift finger, then touch sensor again. I guess you can use it from multiple angles, and you should do it. Lift it, touch again. I think the process is a lot slower, and I'm not sure if the fingerprint scanner is quite the best that you can find on the market. But nothing about this phone is premium except for the features which tell it apart. This is not a top-of-the-line high-end smartphone from the Android ecosystem. This is supposed to be just something that Bitcoiners purchase, and it's very affordable. And if you think about it, if you're running a full node and you also have a hardware wallet, it's cheaper to get this HTC Exodus 1S as opposed to buying a Casa node and a Ledger, for example. Come on. I just have 1 or 2 more steps to scan my fingerprint. I did not expect this to be so slow. I can do it later. I just saw the button to do it later. But I guess this initial setup is relevant to convince you whether or not you want to buy this. Okay, fingerprint added. I don't want to add another finger. Google services. What does it say? Backup to Google Drive. No, I don't want that. Help apps find location. No. Improve location accuracy. No. Send usage and diagnostic data. No. Install updates and apps. I cannot opt out for that one. HTC account, your email or phone number, password. Why do I need this? I can skip it for now. I need it to enjoy all HTC services. So I suppose that in order to run a full node, I'll have to get an HTC account. Exodus 1S should be the name of the phone. Let me call it Vlad 1S because I want to put my name on everything. That's why I became a journalist. Vlad 1S. HTC Privacy Policy. I'm supposed to read this, but for the purpose of your time and convenience, I will not. So I'll just click OK. And I type Vlad 1S. I suppose the keyboard is not the most accurate, even though I like the feedback. It vibrates whenever you type, which is nice. It's also a feature that you find in the iPhone, but the last time I had an Android phone, it did not have this feature. So, share my personal usage data. No way, HTC. I'm not going to share that with you. Finishing setup. I hope we get to see the home screen quite fast. Let me say something to entertain you in the meantime. Okay, so look at this nice background picture. It shows you, this is the hardware wallet that's embedded in the device. It shows you a picture of it. Now it wants to access location services. I don't want that. So it has this blockchain folder right in your home screen. So you open the blockchain folder. No, these are the Google services. I don't see very well because I'm supposed to hold a phone like this. And you have Brave browser. You also have Nodal. And you have Blockfolio, which is nice. When you want to check price, you go on Blockfolio. You don't have to open your browser and then CoinMarketCap. And you have this Zion app, which is the essential part. It says new version available. I'm supposed to update. Zion is all about your hardware wallet as well as running the full node. It's called Social Key Recovery, if you can see it. What's new? Developer contact, HTC, blah, blah. Join the beta. I'll just update. I can say that I missed this Google Play Store interface. I've seen it quite a lot in my nephew's tablet interface. But it's going to be nice to do some testing on this one. I can see that the phone came with 62% battery, which is decent. It allows me to do some testing before I charge it for the first time. Now it's installing the update. Let's go to the home screen and just enjoy what this has to offer. And if you take a look here, so this is the search bar for Google, which I'm going to change to DuckDuckGo if I'm allowed to. I don't want to use Google. And this up here says it's for Etherscan. Now I will see if I can change this to some kind of Bitcoin block explorer, because I'm not using Ethereum. This is not Ethereum magazine. This is quite Bitcoin magazine. And this is the menu. I'm going to want to remove some of these applications if it's possible. Let me see if I can remove Etherscan. I don't want Ether. No, I don't think I can remove it. Or maybe that there's a different screen for removing applications. Let's see. It has the upper browser, which is nice. It also has Brave browser. It has the entire Google suite with Drive and everything else. And Maps and YouTube. But I'm most interested in Zion. Now it makes me agree to some sort of terms of service. I'm going to look at it. Important disclaimer, this is an early access product utilizing blockchain technologies. Cryptocurrency, token exchange, and blockchain are new technologies and may carry unforeseen risks. Well, it's too late for me. I just clicked accept. And I'm supposed to create my own Zion Vault. So Zion Vault is the hardware wallet. You create it and then you use it. It's called your all-in-one private vault on the blockchain. Is it on the blockchain? I'm not sure. I don't see the point of it being on the blockchain. But it's nice. And Nodal is supposed to connect to your Nodal full Bitcoin node, if you're into that. So if you have some sort of setup in your house and you want to use this remotely to possibly make payments or do stuff, then you have this Nodal app, which is a nice touch. I'm not sure what else is special about this right now. I'm not sure how much I can show off at this point. I see it also has a productivity folder, a media folder. Let's see the camera. Allow camera to access the device's location. Deny, because I know that Google is behind this. So, touch to focus. This isn't as fast as the iPhone camera, but it's still okay, I guess. Plus, you can install, if you're able to download all the Google Pixel software, you can make it take better pictures. So I guess I can tweak that if I want to. Well, this was the HTC Exodus 1S phone. This is all I can show for now. I will get an SD card, and I think it's inserted somewhere in the side of the phone, I hope. I think it's here. So you insert some sort of pin to open this, and you have to insert the SIM card and the SD card. And once you have it, you can synchronize the whole Bitcoin blockchain, which is something that I definitely want to do. And I'm curious about the results to see how fast this can actually sync. I reckon that it's a lot faster than a Raspberry Pi that you find in a Casa, because it has much more RAM, it has a faster processor, and if you connect to a fast Wi-Fi, then it shouldn't take longer than a week or something. But that's going to be an interesting experiment, and I will also see how many third-party applications I can run through this. I will try to run all the Lightning wallets that I don't have on iPhone, like Eclair and possibly C Lightning and the one from Lightning Labs. It's going to be quite an interesting experiment. I can see that it synchronized the time according to how late it is where I live right now, which is interesting. Maybe Google, through the synchronization, knows my time zone because I did not set up anything or reveal where I'm from. Or maybe through the Wi-Fi, it detected my IP address and it just did the synchronization by itself. Anyway, thanks for watching this, and if you're curious about the HTC Exodus 1S, you can find it in their store, and it's very inexpensive. You can buy it for about $220 or something. I don't think it's available in the US yet, but you can find workarounds. I suppose it can connect to the US networks, and even if you don't use it as a phone because I haven't inserted any kind of SIM card, this can be a nice way to run a full node and possibly install some kind of Lightning application so you make Lightning payments without a custodial wallet. There are many ways in which you can use this phone, and it's powerful enough to have lots of features and be able to run useful applications for the Bitcoin ecosystem. So thank you for watching this, and I'll be back with more details when I have them. Also, thanks HTC for sending this. This is very nice and generous.